Welcome to Parev TV. I'm excited to share with you an interview I had yesterday at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, where we went to see the Armenia exhibit. That's where I met the members of the Haykak Armenia Fund, Haykak Arshamyan, who is the very recently appointed executive director, and his colleague Karen Garabedian, an artist, musician, and a civil activist. Basically, they're in the area to see what they can do to improve the communication between our community, help strengthen the presence of Armenia Fund. What is fascinating is their eloquence, their brilliant mind, and their message. And imagine we as a diaspora, a strong diaspora, many times we ask, what can we do for Armenia? And I think in this discussion, there are some answers presented by Haykak and Karen about what we can do. They're trying to connect with us, and it is very, very important to find ways of connecting with Armenia. We all know the Velvet Revolution. We all know Pashinyan is the prime minister. We all know there is an effort in Armenia to revitalize the country, to give a boost to the country. And that's why we got very excited, and we figured we will do our share in bringing their voices to the community. So I hope you find the information exciting, because both Haykak and Karen are, I repeat, are very, very dedicated members of the community in Armenia and diaspora. Karen lived in the New York area for a number of years, so he's very well familiar with our lives in the area, our problems, our organizations. But the idea is to move forward. No matter what happened in the past, we love to know the past. The past is dead. Nobody can change the past. But we would like to move forward. And in that spirit, we give you these two fine gentlemen, and we hope you enjoy this interview, which was a very candid, very minor editing of the video. Enjoy the program. Thank you. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
So right now we are in New York to see how we can redesign, reopen the office here, because for several years the activities of the office which is a non-profit called Armenia Fund, and for several years the activities were going down and down because of the competition, maybe because of the situation in Armenia as well, because there was a lack of trust to everything what's going on in Armenia, and also the previous regime, which was fully in corruption. So people here, not only here but all over the world, Armenians, there was a lack of the trust. So and the office is now down here, and me and my colleague Karen Haykak right now we're here, and we're meeting people. We're meeting the chairperson and the previous chairpersons of the fund, also all other beneficiaries and people who are supporting not only the fund but also Armenia in general.
You know, twice you mentioned lack of trust.
Yes.
Whenever we speak about Armenia diaspora relationships, we speak about unity, responsibility, and also trust. Trust is a very important ingredient. How do you plan to motivate people? How do you plan to fish people?
I think it's the same as it happened to me, because after the revolution in Armenia, and I'm proud that I was a part of it, and I am a civic activist more than like 15 years in Armenia, and me and my friends are very happy that many things has been changed in Armenia. So now if we have trust for the future of Armenia, we need to develop the same trust in diaspora as well, with all the organizations, all the individuals who are very, very interested in the future, in the bright future of Armenia, and who are supporting this government in Armenia.
What is the most important mission of Armenia Fund?
Actually, the mission of the Armenia Fund is through charity implement development projects in Armenia. But the mission of Armenia Fund is more broad for me because, first of all, it's a network. It's a huge network all over the world, a network of Armenians, and I think it could become a small model of Armenia network state, so that all the Armenians who are involved in All Armenia Fund are working with horizontal ties, and there is a give back idea also inside of that, because the fund can't continue its activities like it was all the time. Everything was going to Armenia, but also there should be a give back idea how the Armenia Fund and Armenian government as well can support diaspora. So, and also you know that the Ministry of Diaspora is going to be closed, and I think the organizations, networking organizations like Armenia Fund can take some responsibilities of that institution, the Ministry of Diaspora, and I see the Armenia Fund as like second track diplomacy platform as well. My name is Haykak Arshamyan. I was born in Armenia and I'm living in Armenia. I'm the executive director of All Armenia Fund. I took that position in October 1st in 2018. Before that, I worked for the public sector. I started my career in public sector. I worked for the Ministry of Education in the Department of Diaspora. Then I worked for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Then the staff of the Prime Minister of Armenia in early 2000s. And then I made a shift and went into the civil society sector and worked for Birthright Armenia for 6 years, then for several non-governmental organizations like Yerevan Press Club, which is a very famous media organization in Armenia and not only in Armenia. And then I worked for the Transparency International organization in Armenia for 2 years. And then after revolution, I took the position of the advisor to the Prime Minister, Nikol Pashinyan. And later on, there was a scandal with the Armenia Fund when the executive director, previous one, abused his position. And then there were discussions also that the government wanted even to close the Armenia Fund. But with the involvement of several people and people who are more in diaspora and understands the mission of the Armenian Fund as well, also who knows diaspora, who knows how Armenians in diaspora would like to give to Armenia and to give for the development of Armenia. So they convinced to continue the activities of the fund, and later on there was a competition for the position of the executive director. So I participated, and I'm more than happy that I was selected by the committee and then by the board of All Armenia Fund as an executive director.
I'm Karen Hakopian. The background is difficult to say, but people who know me, some know me as a musician, which is true. I'm a performer and I'm a singer, and sometimes I'm mixed with Karen Hakopian, the other musician and composer who is a friend of mine. But besides, I'm also in civil society movement for many years, and I was the one bringing a lot of issues and problems of happening in Armenia, especially in Armenian army, to the diaspora here. In New Jersey, in New York, there were several meetings that I was definitely putting myself in trouble by bringing this up, but I thought that that is the only way that we can see the change in Armenia. And yes, this is a moment we can say for now that the change is there. It's maybe one of the rare opportunities where the text of the people and the agenda of the government are corresponding. So I consider this a momentum where a lot of things can be changed, can be conceptualized, can be built up, and we can start, maybe this is a moment for a lot of innovation to come in, and also to change the gap we were feeling all these years between several generations, including a lot of people leaving Armenia. There was always this problem of where is the knowledge going, how can we build a country where so many generations are just gone everywhere. I think this is a momentum that we shall really not only return by physically being there, but also return the trust so we can do things together. I'm here with Haykak because I joined All Armenia Fund team a month ago. And right now there are just a couple of new people and the rest is the staff that was there. So I think with this new energy we are trying to restart a lot of things that All Armenia Fund was doing. There are a lot of great things that have been done, but we are also checking and changing the process of transparency, of management, and especially we also want responsibility, accountability, but we also want to make All Armenia Fund something new. We want to change that feeling that, okay, there is someone giving money and there is fund doing something. It needs to change the relationship. So I'm here with Haykak because, I'm right now responsible for all programs of All Armenia Fund, and I'm also responsible for external relations. So basically, we are here in US because US is important. Diaspora in US was and is the most supportive, and there's always a lot of energy and money coming from America to Armenia. So we are here to see what is happening with our New York organization, which is based here in New York. And we just learned that because of different issues, the organization was considered to be closed. And it's not only that we don't agree with the idea, but I think considering that everything in Armenia is changing and starting, so finally all our hopes of us that were fighting all these years for justice to come and government to be not corrupt, and of course foundations like All Armenia Fund to be really efficient. So finally there is this moment for us and also for diaspora that had all these visions of different Hayastan, that finally we can discuss it and why not to organize it together. So we are here to meet as many key people of diaspora, especially of this coast here in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Boston, maybe we will go even to Washington. But anyways, the idea is to find those people that has the vision, listen to them, put energies together and reorganize the All Armenia Fund here in New York the way that it again be considered as the most important, because it is really most important. It's out of competition because we are all for better Armenia and changing the quality of life in Armenia.
Karen, you are talking about bringing some change, thinking of new ideas. Could you tell me how I can be able to help you bring about one program, one change that you have in mind?
Well, if you are talking personally about you...
About me or an average Armenian listening
let's
to
say
you.
who is right now listening.
Yes.
I think for me it's very interesting, first of all, to see how we can bring innovation and new ideas into the process of education, culture, and especially being, creating some sort kind of a hub where all our experiences, professions, connections, resources, but not only money as resources, but also everything we have as a body, we can put together and create a fabric where something new can come out of it. So maybe I would ask you to stay with me, check our website, be able to...
What is your website?
There is one website we have right now, but we are going to have a new one.
It's himnadram.org.
Himnadram, just H.
Himnadram.org. However, the website will be changed very soon. because we are going to pass the process of the rebranding as well. Because the Armenia Fund has been established like 26 years ago, and we are in 21st century, and we need to walk side by side with the innovation.
Bravo.
And we need to change the website. We're going to create an all-Armenian platform for crowdfunding and fundraising, where any person in any point in the world, if that person is interested to do something in Armenia, the website is there, and that person can go there, create a fundraising event, start a crowdfunding and crowdsourcing. So it would be an open portal for all Armenians all over the world who are interested to do something in Armenia.
You speak about change, which is very healthy, which many young people look for the change. If Armenia has been transformed over the past year, major transformation is taking place in Armenia. Do you think there is also room for that similar transformation or changes in the diaspora?
Sure, because we were in LA during the telethon, during the Thanksgiving last month, and already 2 months ago, yeah. So people there were saying, a revolution, changes happened in Armenia, but they haven't reached diaspora yet. So I agree with them, because diaspora also needs an innovation, needs new minds, needs young people to be involved in every single action of diaspora. And for example, I met several people from IT high-tech sector, and who are not attending church services, who are out of the Armenian schools, who are out of any political institutions in diaspora, but they are interested in Armenia. So you need to bring them, to provide them new ideas, innovative ideas, to involve them, to engage them into the development of Armenia. So the approaches should be diverse, the approaches should be multi-vector, so that we can involve more people, more Armenians in the not development, but just for the future of Armenia. Because in any way, Armenia is a state, the Republic of Armenia is a state. It's not in good shape right now, but the changes that happened last year, I'm more than sure that these changes will lead our country into another level. It's an upgrade, it's not an update for us. And we need such an upgrade for diaspora as well.
I think it's very important, because I'm still also thinking, like, to your question, what can be done right now? I think the most important is now to have time for conversations.
Bravo.
And I don't want to, the change that is already made in Armenia is big, it's radically big, it's totally different. We are all dreaming and talking about things that a year ago was impossible even to have in a fantasy, right? Now it's a reality. But you cannot jump into implementation of projects, investments, or whatever in any aspect, in economy or in culture especially, and even in relationship with diaspora. I would say this is a moment where we are here also to listen. We need to have as much as possible conversations where trust is there, so no one needs to play a role or be defensive or whatever. So finally we can all transparently talk about our dreams, put our visions together, and then we can see where are the resources for it. So I think part of our mission, me and Haykak in America, being now in New York, and then we are going also to LA, is to be able to be these mediators maybe, that finally we are showing that Armenia as a country is open and ready, and why aren't we putting all our thoughts together? So then we find how to do it.
Բայց ես կարծում եմ, որ ժամանակն է ուղղակի, որ պարզ խոսենք միմյանց հետ, առանց մտքեր թաքցնելու, առանց դիվանագիտության, թե ճակերտավոր եւ թե առանց ճակերտների, որովհետեւ ինքս այդպիսինն եմ եւ մարդկանց հետ խոսելիս միայն խոսում եմ բաց եւ ազնիվ եւ շիտակ եւ ժամանակն է որ Հայաստանը նաեւ եւ Սփյուռքը Հայաստանի հետ միասին իրար հետ շիտակ խոսեն մարդիկ կարիք ունեն զուտ պարզ մտքի, բարի մտքի, ազնիվ մտքի որովհետեւ երբ որ դու մարդուն պարզ ազնիվ ձևով սկսում ես հաղորդակցվել ես կարծում եմ, որ մեզ հայերից մենք դա է պակասել մինչև այսօր։ Մեզ պակասել է այդ ազնվությունը, այդ բարությունը միմյանց հանդեպ։ Եվ վստահ եմ, որ այն փոփոխությունները, որ Հայաստանում եղան, որը նաև խանդավառեց Սփյուռքի մեր հայրենակիցներին, ուղղակի առիթը կդառնան այդ ձեռքը միմյանց մեկնելու պարզ ազնիվ մտքով։
Ես նույնպես ունեմ մտահոգություն։ Երբ որ փոփոխություն է արվել, մտահոգություն բոլորս ունենք, որովհետև ինչպես պահպանենք փոփոխությունը։ Բայց մտահոգվել եւ քաշվել մի կողմ եւ սпасել ֆիասկոյի, սա արդարացված չի։ Ես կարծում եմ, որ բոլորիս մտահոգությունը լրացնելու համար, փարատելու համար եւ մտահոգությունը թող լինի միայն մտահոգություն, մենք պետք է գործողություններով կարողանանք ամեն ինչ անենք, որ այն ինչից անհանգիստ ենք, այդպես չլինի։ Այդ թվում ես ինքս միշտ իշխանությունների քննադատող եմ եւ կուզեի միշտ քննադատող մնալ, բայց դա չի նշանակում, որ իշխանություններին քննադատելով դու չես տեսնում ինչ կարող ես այդ ժամանակ անել։ Օրինակ հիմա այս պահին Հայաստանի հիմնադրամը, համայնքական հիմնադրամը լավագույն տարբերակն է օժանդակելու, որպեսզի այն ինչից որ մտահոգված ենք, իշխանությունները կարողանան անել, որովհետև իշխանությունները զբաղված են եւ քաղաքականությամբ, զբաղված են պատերազմ խաղաղություն կոնցեպտով, զբաղված են տնտեսությամբ, զբաղված են մի ժառանգությամբ շատ վատ կոռումպացված համակարգերի, որպեսզի կարողանան վերակառուցել։ Այս նույն ժամանակ կան շատ հարցեր, որ պետք է կարողանանք լուծել։ Հիմա այս հարցերից եթե մի մասը հիմնադրամը կարողանա իրականացնել, դա կլինի լավագույն ձևը օժանդակելու այն փոփոխությունների, որոնք այսօր Հայաստանում տեղի են ունենում։ Գուցե դրանով է պայմանավորված հենց այն, որ ես իմ ամբողջ էներգիայով հիմա ընդգրկված եմ Հայաստան համայնքական հիմնադրամին եւ դրանով նաեւ օժանդակում եմ այն ընկերներին, որոնք որ գաղափարապես աջակցել են եւ մասն են այս հեղափոխության։ Կարծում եմ, որ Սփյուռքն էլ պետք է նույն մոտեցմամբ նայի Հայաստանի փոփոխություններին եւ այսպիսի կառույցներին, որոնք որ կան, ինչպիսի։
Հայկակ ինչ կրակ շարունակել եւ փակման խոսք մնել։
Փակման խոսքը շատ կարճ է, որովհետեւ Կարենը բավական ասեց, կարծում եմ փոխադարձ վստահության վերականգնումը ամենակարևոր գործը պետք է լինի եւ հիմնադրամը կարող է լինել այդ կամուրջը Հայաստանի եւ Սփյուռքի միջև վստահության, վերականգնման, վերակերտման եւ առաջ խաղացման, զարգացման համար։
Փակման խոսք։
Փակման խոսքը հետեւյալն է, անպայման մեզ գտեք, մենք այստեղ ենք մեկ շաբաթով, բայց հետո Լոս Անջելեսում ենք լինելու, իսկ հետո գուցե լինենք Նյու Յորքում, իսկ հետո Հայաստանում, ասածս այն է, որ որտեղ էլ որ լինենք, միշտ բաց ենք, պատրաստ խոսակցության եւ շատ ուզում ենք, որ խոսենք շատ, որ արանքում ծնվեն նոր ծրագրեր եւ նոր մոտեցումներ, այդ ինչ որ անվանում ենք համահայկական, որպեսզի դա դառնա իրականություն։
Եվ գերդենք նոր արշալույս մեր ժողովրդին։
Անպայման